What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're officially kicking off the 2026 racing season with NEMRR Round 1 up at Loudon. If you're hoping for a nice warm weekend, you're in the wrong place. This was grueling conditions. We're dealing with freezing rain, wind, and track temps that made grip basically non-existent. This opening weekend really threw everything at us. We had some massive highs battling at the front of the 600cc class, navigating some serious traffic, and bringing home some hardware, unfortunately. It was a wild way to start the year, so let's dive into the footage, starting with Heavyweight Supersport on Saturday. Lights go out. Boom, get a very good launch, just absolutely pinned it on the R6, but check this out right here. Spun up massive on the paint, crossing the start-finish line. Rear tire just completely let go for a second. Heart rate instantly spikes, right? Coming into these first few corners, lap 1 is all about finding grip. Practically tiptoeing, trying to feel what the track is giving you, but at the same time, the whole plan was to not let the lead pack get away. You let those guys get a gap in the wet, and it's pretty hard to kind of claw your way back, so you just don't want to let them go. It hurts to say, but the rain is not your friend. The rain is not my friend. It's not anyone's friend. Even though I go pretty good in the rain, I still never trust it. I hope and pray before the race that God just gives me the grip and kind of go from there. So as you can see there, you kind of chop the throttle going over the paint on the start-finish line. Otherwise, you'll end up fishtailing, and it's absolutely terrifying. I see that I'm not losing the leaders, so this is kind of where it gets strategic. I had the time to follow, so I'm just watching, trying to find where these guys are weaker. And then coming up over here, I make my move on Ian around the outside, just kind of snuggle up right in front of him. And then I look ahead of me, and the lead rider, low side's right there. Absolutely tucks it, crashes out. You hate to see it, but especially in the wet, the margin for error is just zero, so you got to be careful. And then this is just a lapper ahead of me, so kind of work my way through him. I kept it smooth for the rest of the race. I think the rider behind me kind of dropped off, so I was just finding my rhythm, making sure not to crash. And unfortunately, wasn't able to get a full race because they bring out the red flag coming out at turn 4. So I finished the race off strong and pick up my first expert win. Definitely felt good after all last season. I don't think I even podiumed up here at Loudon. And then first race in 2026, I pick up a win. Alright guys, so that was race 1, but we're keeping the momentum going, jumping straight into Saturday race 2, which is the Unlimited Grand Prix. Same day, another rain race, but the track is drying out now, so this is where tire management and line choice become incredibly consequential. I get a very good launch and slot right into 4th behind Sam Martin. And this entire time I was thinking he was going to have the upper hand over all of us because he was on the intermediate rear. But as you'll see in a few moments, he definitely did not make the right choice with that tire this race. And even right here, I could see that rear was looking a little sketchy, so that gave me a little more confidence. And again, we see from Sam, whoa! So move right past him and get behind Jeffrey and Eric up ahead. And I know my pace is there, so I'm not burning any matches, panicking. My entire focus was just to not let Eric get away because I know I can pass Jeffrey going into 3, which is what I do right here. I catch up to Eric and just hold on to his rear tire. Consistency is efficiency, right? I'm just watching his lines, seeing where he's cautious over the damp patches. And it's kind of a weird feeling because Eric is such a dominant rider up here that he kind of has this force field or aura around him. And then when you're finally catching up to him, it's just doesn't feel right. It almost feels like you should be further back or I don't even know what. Coming into the last few corners of the last lap, the door's kind of opening just a crack, especially over here in turn 11. I had the opportunity to go around him on the outside here and then stuff it right in, but I thought about the risk, just, looked at the tarmac, didn't want to risk it, played it safe, and took P2. Again, another great race. I was pretty stoked. I know I was putting the pressure on Eric here during this race, and it was probably a pretty good preview for the rest of the season, I think. Probably be pretty close together. So this is some dialogue with another rider's dad after the race. He was definitely pumped up, as was I.
Dude, I was gonna... Come here.
Pulling for you, brother.
Dude, I was like,
you gotta get him, you gotta beat him.
I was gonna pass him right there,
yep.
And I'm like, I can't pass
He's
Eric.
either gonna win it or bin it. I don't care if he throws it away. He has to. He would have done it to you. Oh man.
I know. I should have waited for it.
Why? You almost.
I could have passed him here.
Yeah, you were catching him through where the treehouse is.
Yeah, he was slowing way down.
Like his last chance is at 10, 11, and I seen you pitching it in. I'm like, oh, keep going, but.
I know. I was right on his tail.
That was awesome ride, man. Awesome job.
We're keeping the weekend rolling right into Sunday race 1, another absolutely freezing cold day. And to give you some context, I didn't even make the start for Saturday's Dash for Cash. I ended up getting a little too comfortable with the grip from the previous race and just misjudged what I had going into turn 3 on the outlap. Ended up sort of high-siding myself. So I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was mending from that Saturday crash. My whole mindset here was just to circulate, score some points, and bring the bike home. Check this out. Lights go out, and I get another perfect start. Flawless clutch release. And here's the weirdest thing. I ended up feeling a lot better physically tucked in on the bike than I did just even walking around the paddock. Once that visor goes down, the adrenaline just completely takes over. Into turn 3, Jacob Crossman shows a wheel up the inside. He's got the pedigree for sure. So I just let him have it, pick the bike up, and just preserve my tire's edge. So a lap into the race, a gap's kind of opening up, but keep calm, stay smooth. I know I can catch these guys, I have the pace. And my pace definitely picks up as the race goes on. And here's Justin Landry completely dive bombing me into 3, but we take the position back right up 4 and just continue on with the race. Coming up on some lappers here, shout out Joey and Samir. And those guys are fast. I've had a couple battles with them in the past, so it just goes to show how these freezing conditions can completely shuffle the deck out here. By not cooking my tires early, I slowly start to claw my way back. Watching Ian's braking markers, I was closing in fast, but I just ran out of track in the last lap and couldn't make the pass. P3 finish. Closing out the weekend with Sunday race 2. Coming off that podium earlier, I'm feeling good. Same guys on the grid, and I'm thinking another podium is on the table. So lights go out and I get another great start. Heading into the first turn, and Jacob Crossman comes screaming around the outside. He told me after the race that he was concerned because he thought he clipped my front wheel with his elbow. But honestly, I didn't even feel it. So visor down, eyes on the apex, the hunt is on. Again, the goal is to not let the gap get away. These guys are freaking fast. It's so hard to catch them. Little peek around my shoulder there. I don't know why I even did that. I couldn't see anything. This pass from Jacob was just mesmerizing to watch from behind. It was so clean around the inside. Final lap, we hit another group of lappers right here at this critical moment, and navigating them is kind of an art. You have to be extremely decisive, don't want to get hung up and don't want to lose the rider in front of you. But we're coming into turn 3, the big braking zone, and I completely cook Ian on the brakes. These Vesra brake pads are just unreal. And just shove it up the inside, clean pass. And I kind of felt bad because the lappers definitely compromised his line, but you see that opportunity, you gotta take it. Another P2 finish, so podiums all around this weekend. Definitely felt good to get out there in NEMRR Round 1. It's been a long winter, a lot of prep, a lot of work. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like these race breakdowns, please consider subscribing. It's completely free, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.